Force is decaying.
Wake up and make your man some breakfast before I do. Welcome to another video, Cooking with Kai.
What's good, everybody? It's Capital J Productions, and today we got a good one, okay? So you guys see the title. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start with the first video, okay? So this is Cooking with Kaya, right? And she's talking about how if you don't cook for your man, she will. All right, this is the first clip that I have, and I want to talk about this, because the perspective that I'm gonna talk about, the angle I'm going to come from is very different. And since I am a man, a black man, right, and have gone through this many times, right, and I've been in this situation so many times, so I'm gonna be clear. let me just be clear, and let me share to you guys just a few of my experiences. I'm gonna try to keep this short, okay? I'm gonna try to keep this video short. So I've been in so many situations where, now let me, y'all, for those who've been to my channel, y'all already know I've been married for over 10 years, about 10 years now, right? Me and my wife, we have our 10-year anniversary coming up very, very soon, like within a week or so, right? Less than a week. But anyway, so shout out to us for that. But for these 10 years, I can't tell you guys how many times I've had chances to cheat on my wife, okay? And there's been so many instances, like it's been at least about 5, maybe I'll say about 5 good attempts, It may have been more, but I definitely could say about 5. So anyway, right? I mean, I've mentioned this before. I have a daughter, right? That is 20. She just turned 24, right? And my daughter's mom has been chasing me for, basically her whole entire life. So, and she's still chasing me to this day. So there's that, right? And there's been so many instances on my jobs. I've had women, literally try to talk to me about porn or to see my interest in, and just to kind of like, see what I'm into or whatever, and on the job. So I've had some crazy situations, and of course I just ignored it, because like I said, I'm different. I'm not like how most black men are. I'm not trying to be like nobody else. I'm not trying to be like, I never was like a player type or never wanted many women. I guess I just kind of understood. I don't know if God just put it into me, because I was raised around a lot of the negative black men. So I didn't get it from them. So I was never really motivated by negativity. I was always motivated by positive and doing better, because that's all I saw growing up was negative things. So I always told myself I will always, I would never be a liar. I won't lie to women. I won't cheat on women. I won't be an abuser. I'm not going to be hounding no woman. And, because my father kind of was like all of those things. So anyway, what I want to get to is how what I never could understand, right? Because like these women know I'm married because I always wear my wedding ring, right? So all these women that I'm telling you about, they knew I was married, okay? When I always wear my wedding ring, whether I'm at work or, you know what I'm saying, anytime I'm out, I wear it. Because as a black man, that is your only defense, okay? Like, that is your defense, okay? Like, I don't think a lot of men understand like a lot of things that I'm about to break down, and this is the reason why I'm making this video, because there's some things that's going to be for the women, and then there's going to be some things for the men. Okay, so when you guys clearly know, like, there's women out there, like, you know, Cooking with Kaya, and I know for a fact that there's women. I'm gonna play a video for you guys about a woman. A little later, but let me skip back to what I was gonna say before I forget. So you guys' only defense is your wedding ring, okay? Because that's like, you know, but the women don't care about that, right? Like, women, the problem with what I have with especially black women, okay? Because like all of these women that really tried it with me, all of them was beautiful, okay? I'm being honest about it. Like, they all were just as beautiful as my wife, or even more beautiful, okay? But I knew what it was when it happened. Like, I know it's a test from God. I know, you know, because I just know these things, right? So to see, it was just a test to see, will I cheat on, you know, God's child, God's daughter? Will I do it? Or, you know what I'm saying, or it mess everything up in my life, or, you know, or will I truly understand what I have at home, appreciate what I have at home, and do right? So this video is it's gonna have a lot of different points, and it's gonna have a lot of good got a lot of good stuff in it, you know, for those who will stick around to the end. But yeah, what I want to get to is these women and their confidence to really strongly believe that they can take a married man. I want to start there, because it's one thing to have confidence, and it's another thing to just flat out be delusional, you know. Okay, because like I know most of these women, they don't understand. Like, they may see me, they may be attracted to me or whatever, but I just think at some point when you see a married man and you see he has a ring on his finger, you see him trying, you know what I'm saying, you know he's by himself, but you see him trying to do the right thing, or that should have a level of respect, you know. Like, there should be a respect level there, but there is no respect level there. So, but anyway, the problem is that these women are way too confident, okay? Now, I'm a confident man myself, you know, but I'm not a delusional man. There has to be a line drawn to where it's like, okay, well, like, I'm a confident man, but I'm not even I know, like, I can't have any woman I want, right? Like, if I was single, I never had that kind of mind frame to where, like, I felt like I can go take some other man's woman. I've never, to me, that's just dumb. Like, I'm just waiting to get shot if I do something. Like, why would I play around with that, right? Like, I'm not about to try to go get some other man's woman because I'm just feel like she just looks that good and I have to have her. You know, I've never been that way. Like, when I see I've seen plenty of women, right? Like, I mean, who doesn't, right? Like, every day I see attractive women, and it's no big deal to me. But that's a part that I have to talk about as far as the man side is, as far as seeing these women and like what your attitude should be, because you're going to see beautiful women in this world. But the question is, where is your mind frame at? Like, how strong are you mentally? as a man, you know, because a lot of the stuff we see that we like is packaged with crap. And that's just the honest God truth to it, you know, like, you know, because I had to learn that lesson with my child's mother. You know, I've learned that, you know, I've made my mistake with her by, you know, just being so attracted to her, right? And not really looking at the time. I wasn't really looking at the important parts. I was just only looking at how beautiful she was on the outside. And she was nice at the time as well. So, you know what I'm saying? But if I can go back and I can do things differently, I would have did things totally differently than where I am now, you know. I would have tested her on a lot of things. I would have asked a lot of questions. I would have tried to, you know, I would have been more pushy on certain things, on certain topics. You see what I'm saying? Because the real reason is because you need to find out the truth about these people, or, you know, the woman who you're dealing with. You have to find out the truth. And the only way you're going to find out the truth about certain people is you have to be as honest as possible. You know, you have to be 1,000% honest about everything. And you can't be scared about the outcome. That's the thing. You can't be scared like, oh man, I might run her off, or I might do this, or I might do that. No, you need to know the truth. You need to know if this is the one for you or not. And the only way to do that is to ask questions and put them in a position to where they gotta either step up or prove, you know, step up or they step out of your life, you know. And that's something that men, we have to do better at, as far as, you know, as far as dating wise. Now, of course, I'm married and I already have that woman now, but you know what I'm saying? And I knew to do that with my wife, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying back then I did not know what I knew now. And that was my mistake. And that cost me a lot of problems, you know what I mean? But the crazy part is, even though like my child's mother didn't want to do anything for me back then, but the tables have turned now, and now she's chasing me, and her confidence is so high, maybe because she got me before, but her confidence is still so high that she thinks she still can get me now, which is crazy, because it's like, I'm married. I've been married for 10 years. I've been happily married for 10 years, you know, and there's no way I would pick any other woman over my wife. You know, my wife is proven the things she's done for me, that she's just proven, right? She's proven who she is. She's proven that she's going to be there for me thick and thin. She's caring. She's proved so much, you know what I mean? So that's how come it's like, how can you, me knowing that, right? Me knowing what it is. And I understand there's the problem is so many fake men in here in this world. And that's probably what gives my child's mother some hope. It's because there's so many, you know, black, or not just black, but yeah, I could say this. There's so many black men out there who fake, you know, and they have side chicks and they have this, and they don't know how to just fully be committed, you know what I'm saying, to themselves first. And when you fully committed to yourself first, you will understand why you don't need to cheat on no woman, why you don't have to have no side chick, why you don't have to have no secrets. You will understand all these things. Like I had this discussion with my wife. I'll tell y'all guys this real quick. This was a while ago, but I was telling her, if I was single, you know, like, I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't, like, if I was talking to another woman, I wouldn't lie to her about nothing. Cause like, why lie to her, right? Like, I'm not, like, she's nothing special to me. Why would I lie to you, right? Why do I gotta impress you for? Or why do I gotta, you know, like, she's not important enough for me to come up with a lie to try to impress her. I'm not going to do that. No, I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you how I am. I'm going to tell you what I expect and what it is. Either you can get with the program or you're going to get out of my life. And that's just as simple as that. And I believe that's how we should be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, that's what, regarding like anything you want as a man, you need to be like that, right? So I'm talking about, even if you wanted to date 2 women at one time, then be honest about it. Tell them, tell the one, maybe how I would do it is I would talk to one woman first, get one woman first that's down with that first, get her on my team, get committed with her first, show her I'm serious about it, and then we can work on getting someone else. That's how you do that. You don't lie and and scheme and try to hide another girl. You don't do it that way, because we're adults. What are you hiding as an adult? But anyway, a lot of guys don't do that. They lie and and try to manipulate to get multiple women when that's not necessary. But anyway, that's a problem. The honesty thing, being honest, is the most important thing, right? In any type of relationship. People don't know how to be adults. People don't know how to be honest. That's a big problem. And that's where these cooking with Kaya type of chicks come in, because when you got so many guys that's just, they don't have no discipline. They see something they like. And like cooking with Kaya, she's an attractive young girl. A lot of guys can't say no to a woman like her. But, that's something that a lot of guys need to work on, because anytime a chick says anything about trying to steal another woman's man, that is a huge red flag to me. That's a huge problem. And why are you that confident? And why do you even want some other woman's man? Like, that would never make sense to me, there's so many lanes I could take this down. There's so many gross factors. And when I mean gross, I'm talking GROSS. Okay, basically you're just accepting, sloppy seconds. You know what I'm saying? From, you're just accepting fluids. That's exchanged between 2 people. You're accepting. Why would you want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why people are down with that. But that's what it is. But anyway, there's this other video I want to play for you guys real quick. So I'm gonna play that, and then we're going to talk about. I believe her name is. Let's see what her name is. I believe it's The Happy Wife. That's what I believe her name is. I'm gonna find out real quick. Well, I'll put her link in the bio. So let's see here.
There are women who prey on married men. One, it's enticing in that he's already married and committed. So if a woman doesn't want a commitment, then a married man is safe because she knows it's not going to go anywhere. Or she's a homewrecker and she's looking to steal a married man away from his wife and break up his family. Or she wants a married man to bankroll her and take care of her. So it's important to know that that is a reality, so that as women, we can see where our behaviors lead and take responsibility for our part and role and why our husbands might have an affair or cheat, so that we have control to show up kindly and lovingly so that they don't go outside the marriage.
That's another thing I want to talk about, is that a lot of these women that do that, a lot of them are just sent to destroy. A lot of these women they're operating with Satan in their spirit, and they don't even know. They just been manipulated, because I might have to do a whole video on Satan and how he gets people to work for him without them even noticing that they're working for him. I might have to do a whole video about that, because everything he does is based off of deception. So that means He's got to say, in order for him to get anything done, he has to lie, and he has to deceive people in order, basically just trick people into doing his work without them knowing that they're doing his work. That's everything about Satan. That's how he gets everything done. I'm gonna have to do a video about that, but a lot of these women, they don't understand that, right? Because, you know, anybody with common sense who's using their brain will honestly, like, why would you want something that's not even yours and is owned by somebody else? That's just like, you wouldn't want to drive nobody else's car, right? Why would you want to drive somebody else's car? You don't even know what condition it's in. You know, what if you get in it and the brakes don't work that good, right? You just looking at the car from the outside because the outside of the car looks good, but you don't know if the brakes are bad. You don't know the condition of the engine. You don't know the condition of the transmission. You don't know nothing. All you see is, oh, I like this car from the outside. I'm gonna get in that car. And you get in that car, and that car don't have got no brakes, right? Maybe the owner knows how to work it. Maybe he's using the emergency brakes. Maybe he's doing some trick to be able to stop that you don't know nothing about. And you get in that car thinking, oh, okay, you know what? This car is good. I'm going to drive it. And, you know, and you don't know that the brakes is not that good, and you wreck it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what these type of women, they have in their mind. They have something in their mind that's just, I don't know, like it's demonic. It's definitely demonic for sure. They may not know it. They ain't supposed to know it. That's the whole trick to it, you know? So, but yeah, you guys, y'all gotta be careful with these type of girls, because they everywhere, you know, and they, you know, all it is, you just gotta be cute. They gotta think you cute, and that's it. And, they usually come up with a plan for you, and they know how to execute it. You know, and they know how to, you know, get you excited over them. And next thing you know, you messing around with them, maybe cheating on your girl, and, you know, and they probably just trying to destroy your relationship, the good thing that you have right now. So, and then by the time you lose your girl, your good girl, they probably ain't gonna want you no more. You know, just, oh, okay, well, I still got it type of thing. It's the ego. Oh, I still got it. You know, I got my way. He's not happy. He don't have anything good. Now I can move on to the next one. And this is a real thing. And this is something that you guys got to be careful of, you know, because like I said, it happened to me, you know, and a lot of times you don't have to do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? You could just meet the wrong one. That's just, I don't know. She just have some demonic plan in her mind, and she's and you just come along, and you just have to be the sucker. You know, you're the victim, and she's gonna do it to you. Okay, this stuff happens all the time. But I wanna finish listening to what the happy wife is saying here. Yep. That's another thing. A lot of these women, they see like, oh, okay, she has a loyal man. She has, a lot of them can see, and they know, like, you know, like, man, I want that loyalty. I want what that woman got. I should have what that woman got, you know. And they don't know how to get it. They don't want to, you know, they don't want to put in the work. They don't want to be patient. They don't want to do what they have, you know. They don't want to have to do what the wife has done. They rather just go and try to take it, you know, and because they know that's an option. But what if that wasn't an option? If men were strong enough, smart enough, and very educated on like the things I'm educated on, right? They wouldn't fall for this stuff, you know, and this stuff wouldn't happen, and we wouldn't have these cooking with Kayas, you know, in the world, to where they can just openly like, oh, you know, if you don't cook for your man, then, you know, I will, and I'm going to do it type of thing. And there's guys out there, you know, like most of her followers are guys. That's just keep it a buck. The women don't really, rock with her because they, of course, then no woman wants her man to be stolen by a Cooking with Kaya, right? But you know, she has a bunch of guys, you know, probably gawking over her and, you know, just, you know, but these type of chicks, excuse me, these type of chicks, I have no interest in at all. With that type of mind frame, like, it's so disgusting to me because it's a huge turnoff to me. Because it's like, okay, well, if you with me, you all about whose man you can steal. You like that's not gonna make you happy. What's making you happy is stealing other women's men. Like, why would I want to be with a chick like this? Why would I want to sign up for something like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it is, right? Even if she is just trolling on the internet, right? Why would you still want to put yourself out there like that and put a message out there like that, right? So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So I feel like there's no reason for a man to go outside his marriage. I honestly feel like that. If you have an issue with your wife, you need to, or you know, your girlfriend, whatever, you take it up with her. She don't want to step up, that's it. You end the relationship, go find you somebody else. It's that simple. I don't really believe in like lying to people or misleading people at all. Like, we're all adults. Why can't you just tell the truth? That's something I just never understood. Like, why won't you, like, what are you scared of? You know what I mean? Like what do you really fear? What is that person gonna do if you just walk away? What can they do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you know, like, it's not that you don't care. It's just, it's the adult thing to do. It's the responsible thing to do. It's the right thing to do. You know, we can't force people to do right. We can't. All we can do is tell people the truth and be honest with them about everything. And if they don't want to, you know, accept the truth, or they want to, whatever it is, they want to come up with an excuse. Oh, I don't want to do this, or I'm not into this. I'm not, whatever it is, right? Okay, fine. That's your excuse. You have that right. Okay, well, I'm over here, so you know, this is where I'm at. I'm gonna move in this direction, you know, and you can move in and find somebody better for you in your direction. It's just that simple. Because I'm gonna tell you guys from the word of God, right? Because I'm gonna bring it home. Okay, this is how God is. Okay, because that's who I serve. I serve God. Okay, you might not be religious, that's fine. Or I'm not religious either. I just serve God, right? Like, I'm not a Christian. I serve God. It's a difference between the two. Okay, so I have plenty of videos explaining all of that stuff, so I'm not going to break that down here. But what I'm saying is, if you serve God, then you know, right? You know, like I know, but I'll break it down a little bit. If you look at God, right, and you look at what he's doing with the world, he doesn't force the world or anybody in the world to serve him. He gives you a choice, right? You have a choice. You either serve him or you go to some other place. You can believe whatever you want to believe, right? Like, you can believe he's real, you can believe he's fake, you can believe, you know what I'm saying, whatever the world tells you on how, you know, how the world was constructed and created and how the animals were created. You could choose to believe what they tell you, what other humans tell you, or you could choose to, you know, to believe what he tells you, which he does communicate with us. It's just most people don't understand like I understand, and it's through dreams. I said it plenty of times in my videos, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he has a way to communicate with his own creation. I know, because he communicates with me, but that's me, right? But anyway, he never forced me to serve him, right? I made a choice to serve him. Okay, so it's like we're supposed to be like that, and that's God. And if he's fair like that, then who are we to try to force somebody to, you know, do something that we want them to do, or believe in something we want them to believe in? That's not how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? So I believe in giving people choices. I believe in being fair with people, telling people, you know, everything, the pros and cons for everything, and let them make the decisions for themselves. Just like I had like, you know what I'm saying? I had to make decisions on everything, right? Just like I'm an adult black man. I have my own choices. I can choose to be with my wife right now. I can choose to leave my wife whenever I want to leave, but I don't want to leave my wife, right? I'm here every day, and my wife has been honest with me about everything. My wife she has proven herself to be who she is. So I stay and I stick around. Like, it's just that simple. Like, I made a choice, right? And I choose to do right by her, because I know what it's like to be done dirty, and I will do right by my wife, because I do know what it's like to get cheated on, to get thrown to the side for nothing. I do understand all of that. To lose your family over nothing, over because somebody just not getting their way with whatever it is, right? Or being a child, like, having attitudes and, all kind of stuff over nothing, or, they just got issues with themselves, and that's fine. You yourself, you have to be mature enough to accept that and understand that you can't run nobody, and you have to focus on running yourself and being happy yourself, being content yourself, and just, that's it. Everything else will fall in line eventually for you, right? Like with these Cooking with Kaya type of girls, you don't have to steal nobody's partner. If you do right and you be patient, your time will come. I know from experience, so take it for somebody who's done it. Like, I've done it, and I know I can do it again if need be, you know what I'm saying? But, so that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I just want to know what you guys think about this Cooking with Kaya chick. And, I know she's young, and, I'm not trying to just jump all on her, but this is a real problem. Like, why do black women, like, especially I say black women because mainly that's what it was. Like, these situations were like, they were black women, and they were beautiful black women too. And it's like, I'm married, and you still trying to holler at me. Like, how do you just think you could just go around that? Like, how do you think you think you better than my wife? Like, you don't even know what my wife has done for me. You don't even know. Like, the stuff I know, like, what if the stuff that my wife has done for me, what if you not gonna do that? Like, have you even thought of like, man, like, I don't know. I don't know how to put it to get them to understand. Like, I just don't know. I don't understand, because me, I'm not like that, and I don't want nobody else's sloppy seconds. I never been that way. I never will be that way. I always been a one-on-one type of person. I take it one woman at a time, try to make it work. Things don't work or whatever. Oh, well, it's time to cut that off, move on. That's how you have to be. But I want to know, like, I want to hear from the women that do believe in this, or maybe if you don't, why, how can you be this confident to where you think you can still a married man? That's what, if you are one of those type of women, I know chances are y'all ain't gonna keep it a buck and really answer, what I'm saying? Y'all just gonna act like y'all not like that, when the reality is, it's a lot of y'all out there. And I know, because a lot of y'all, it's been too many of them that tried it with me. So, and I ain't the best looking guy in the world or whatever, but it still happened to me. So, but with me, you gonna get your reality check. That's what you gonna get. And I know that's what God sent me here. That's one of the reasons why God sent me here. It's kind of like to give this world a reality check, and certain people in this world a reality check, I should say. But But yeah, well, like, how do y'all get so confident, and why? What's the point? Like, what is it? Like, what's the point? Yeah, you're just gonna go around destroying homes, and you don't think you're gonna get judged by God by doing that? You're going after married men, especially, you shouldn't be even going after other men's boyfriends, but as far as with other like married men, like what do you think God is gonna do? What He's gonna do to you for destroying these marriages? And that's another thing I gotta say about something to the men is, you guys, man, y'all gotta get stronger, man. Y'all so weak. Y'all just see, breast and booty, and what I'm saying, and there's no way no chick like her should come in the way, what I'm saying, like, and just be able to sleep with you, and then you want to go back to your wife, what I'm saying. And trust me, this is coming from a man that has like, like, I'm like, man, my hormones is like always going. My wife can tell you, what I'm saying, like, it's always up. It's always ready to go. What I'm saying? So it's like, but still, I control me. I don't let my hormones control me. I let my brain control me, right? Because just as easy as I can have something good, I can have nothing at all, and I know that. So, you guys just gotta, man, y'all gotta get stronger, man. Y'all gotta get stronger out here. So these chicks, because we need to give these women some reality check, what I mean? Like, it gotta happen, because this stuff shouldn't be, what I mean? You shouldn't have no girl like Cooking with Kaya coming on the internet talking about, like, do this, or if you don't cook, then I'm gonna come steal your man type of things. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, like, but then again, why would she, a lot of you guys want to be taken from y'all girls, because y'all think that's gonna, y'all gaining something from that, what I mean? And y'all really not. Yeah, if y'all understood from God's point of view what y'all was doing, y'all will understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. If you take it more serious, you're gonna be able to look at more than just having sex with this girl, or here's another one I can that I've slept with or I've got. There's more to look at than just that. I mean, there's a whole nother side to it that you need to look at it, and you need to, especially if you do believe in God, right? Whether you're a Christian, especially if you're a Christian man or you're a God-fearing man like I am, right? You better be looking at it, because God is looking, He noticed everything. A lot of the times He ain't gonna say nothing to you. He know what you did, but He like in the back of His mind, he like, you're gonna pay. Don't worry, you ain't gonna get away, because that girl you did it to, that was my child. That was my daughter, and you're gonna have to pay. And you will pay. You will not get away. So anyway, I want to hear from you guys on this. Y'all let me know what y'all think. For y'all women, man, y'all gotta stop this, man. Y'all get your own man. Be patient. Wait. Pray to God. I'll tell you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you how to do it. I've done it for myself. My wife, she got a good man. She got me. How did she do it? You know what I'm saying? She did it the right way. She did it by being a good woman. God don't put bad people with good people, okay? God don't put good people with bad people, all right? This is something I know for a fact, okay? God put good people with good people, right? When you are ready, and you tired of playing games, and you really want something that's real, you reach out to God, and He knows when you're ready, and He knows when you're not ready. That's the thing I love about God. You can't fake Him out. He knows exactly like where you are, and He knows, when you are ready. So, but till then, you'll be, if you play around, that's all you're gonna get is play around. You're gonna get played too. If you think it's okay to play people, it's in the word, y'all. A lot of y'all know this, but y'all just not paying attention enough to see like how the word of God is actually working in your life, because God is so slick and he does it the way he does it. You won't see it unless you really paying attention to those details, because a lot of the times you will do somebody dirty, right? Like I paid attention to this, and I've actually seen this, like, you know, happen in my life. Not from me doing it, but from other men doing it, and seeing how other people operate. And I've seen this, right? But usually he does it in a sneaky way, where like he'll wait for a year or 2 years or even 3 or 4 years, and then it'll come back on that person. So, you know, but I want to know what you guys think on this. Is a long video, and I tried to keep it down as much as possible, but this is a big topic. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. But I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, you know, whatever's on your mind, and I'll answer. Peace.
And they'll make